It's recording. It is started. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Bruce, and this is Brett, and we are the co-host of Fully Dressed. Today is September the 5th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is our initial podcast. This is our launch. We've been talking about this for a while, and we are going to discuss current events and from things like politics, sports, religion, and anything that that piques your interest and our interest. We are not initially going to be having guests on the show, but when we do, we welcome any and everyone. Just let us know. We'll schedule you in. We do ask that you give us a little heads up about what you want to discuss so we don't look like a couple of idiots and we have something to talk about, but be prepared for our honest feedback and our honest opinions. We welcome yours as well. And we welcome any and everyone as long as you're not a beep. So just be nice and respectful, and then we'll discuss pretty much any and everything you want to. So, with that being said, we got a few things we're going to talk about. So I will kick this off. And my first thing I want to discuss is Dearborn, Michigan. Not sure if you're aware of this, rookies, but one of their police officers recently created a patch that is technically optional for the officers to wear that is in Arabic because they have such a large Arabic community that lives there. It's actually like 90%. I think the mayor, this entire city council, the chief of police, and the fire chief, I think they're all of Arabic descent somehow. But my opinion is they tell you our goal is to incorporate Sharia law. And now we're electing him as the mayor and the city council, and now we're putting patches on our jackets so they are in Arabic for them. And I feel like we're just welcoming catastrophe. Like, what do you think?
Pull up the tab.
I honestly, it'll take me a second, but give me a
No,
moment.
my tab down at the bottom.
Oh, okay, gotcha. My apologies. We're still new at this. We're figuring this out.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Dearborn Heights removes Arabic police patch, not official, mayor says. That was
wow.
3 hours ago.
Wow.
So clearly the mayor of Dearborn Heights agrees with you. He said the new police, or he or she said, the new police patch featuring Arabic script was not an official prototype. Major Bill Bazzi comes after the police department had initially announced the optional patch on Facebook. So they wanted it to be optional. The mayor has come out and said, nope, sorry, can't do it. Not going to do it. No.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to take this down, but so we see each other a little better. If I'm not mistaken, last year at some point, they had a rally and it was several hundred people, and they were yelling death to America and Allah Akbar and all these crazy things. And I'm like, you are in this country that has welcomed you in open arms. And I am all for immigrants. I'm all for it. Come here the right way.
Legal immigration.
Yes. And appreciate what is being offered to you, an opportunity that you cannot have, did not have, will not have from the land you came from. So if you come here, we should not have to adapt to your culture. And that goes for every culture, not just the Muslims or whatever. It should be for everyone. You come to the United States.
But we should also, we're freedom of religion. I don't care what religion you are.
I do not either.
I don't care what language you speak, although I think you should be able to speak English. English is the official language of this country. I think it is now. I think Donald Trump made that so.
Yeah, I think for a while it was Spanish. But, and I'm not against, like I said, I'm not against people coming here.
We've been a melting pot since we were in school.
And if I were from any other country in this world, I would do what I could to get myself and my family here as well. So I totally agree with that. So I'm glad that a decision was made, and because I was shocked by it. So I'm glad that was made. I didn't know it, so thanks for bringing that up. So, all right. So what do you got?
Just the facts. Okay, bring up my tab, please. All right. Have you heard of District Judge Sparkle Suknanen?
I have, but I have to say that it's, for some reason it's not ringing a bell in my head right now. I've read this story, but I need a moment to catch up. So go ahead.
Judge blocks Trump administration move to deport Guatemalan children. Now, you would think, and this is a BBC, there are several different headlines that you'll get if you do a search on this. But basically, the judge, Sparkle, that's her first name.
It's cute.
Blocked and absolutely adorable. I mean, what were those? Gummy bears, beanie babies with Sparkle? Was she?
No, I think that wasn't that a My Little Pony or something.
My Little Pony. There you go.
Or something like that.
Okay, they blocked an attempt. The Trump administration was gonna deport dozens of unaccompanied Guatemalan children back to Guatemala. Unaccompanied children means their parents and family aren't here. So they were sending the children back to their home country. This judge said that was incorrect. We shouldn't be doing that, and they blocked it. Now, I think eventually, as in most of the cases that some of these district court judges are blocking, it moves up and moves up through the courts, and it shows Trump can, in actuality, do this. But I just thought that was a pretty interesting story.
I think that's a crazy story because I think that, like, at what level can you stop that? Like, I'm from a small town in Southern Ohio. There might be 6,000 or 7,000 people that lived in the town that I was born and raised in. And if there was a federal judge that happened to be presiding in there, can he make decisions and tell Trump he can't do something? Like, at some point, there's got to be a limit to who can do what and say what and stop what or agree to something. Like, you just can't have anybody just coming in and blocking the president's decisions. Like, he's the president of this country for a reason. He's the most powerful man in the world. You can't be blocking him.
And this judge is blocking it. Our president is sending them. And if you see my highlighted part here, Guatemala's President Bernardo Arevalo and lawyers for the U.S. Justice Department said the children were not being deported, but rather repatriated so they could be reunited with their family. So it's not like the leadership of Guatemala is saying, no, don't send those children here. But we have an injunction and a judge that says, no, you can't send these children back to their own families. All right, you can take that sleeve down.
All right. So I guess it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Unfortunately, I'm struggling to share my the article I want to discuss. I don't have the option to share it for some reason, but I'll tell you. I'll just go with it. What it says here. This is about AOC and her district and the issues that they are facing right now. There's residents in the community that have formed these groups asking for help, and they are requesting that the FBI send in long-term support to clean up this one main area in her district that has basically become like a third world country. It is Roosevelt. I don't know if it's Roosevelt Street or Roosevelt Boulevard, but it is lined with brothels. They have open air markets where they're just like people will just set up shop and they lay out their clothing that they're selling on the street. They have little pop-up little restaurants that are making food on their grills and selling it. And then I think they said there's 11 brothels on one short area of this street where, like, a month ago, they went in and arrested like 350 people, closed them all down. And then literally the next day, they were back up operational. And then AOC, is fighting for their right to be sex workers and to give them citizenship and to allow them to do these things, because we are a free society and we welcome everybody. While you have parents who are taking their kids to school walking past all of this, and there's drug needles and there's just prostitution going on, and gangbangers are running the streets, and they have been actually stabbing people and beating people recently to show their dominance and control of this area.
That's Roosevelt Avenue.
And meanwhile, the probable mayor to come, Mamdani, wants to legalize sex work. He doesn't not only does he not want to do something about it, he wants to make it legal, or I guess not illegal.
I'm okay with decriminalizing prostitution. I don't think the government should govern a woman's body. If she wants to sell sex, or if a man wants to sell sex, I think there should it be regulated? Yes. Should there be some concerns on the spread of disease? Yes. But I don't know so much that we need the government telling people what they can or can't do with their bodies.
Not against it either. Needs to be controlled, basically like everything else.
Regulated, absolutely.
And you can't just.
And I'm not pro regulation on a lot of things.
And I don't necessarily want to say regulation. I just want to say it's got to be handled correctly, whatever that term might be.
You can't be standing on the street corner selling your body for tricks. You just
can't do that. It's like I can't go and open a bar, buy the house next door, and turn it into a nightclub. It's I just can't do that. Yeah. I can't open a school without proper going through the guidelines and going through the steps in the process. Same with everything else. You can't just go out and say, we're going to open a brothel here. And they're literally door to door to door. And my personal opinion is I think AOC is an idiot. And I think that the people that keep voting her and that into their leadership roles are also idiots. You cannot run a place into the ground and feel like that it's the right thing to do because it's a free society. That's just my opinion.
I won't argue with that.
Okay. And go.
We're going to need you to pull out my other screen, but for some reason it went away from what I wanted it to be. So I will go back to okay. You want to
yeah, it's not.
See now here's where we're back to square one. I can't seem to get this to work the way
that's
that I
where I
wanted
was
to.
at with mine, so that's why I just went without the video.
Okay, pause.
This is where you have to edit it out because I can't pause it, or I don't know how to pause it. I can end it.
All right, and we'll go on to the second story. Yeah, we had a little glitch there. If you'll share that bottom screen again. Do you know what this is?
No.
Okay, Tren de Aragua, Nicolas Maduro. Watch this video. See the boat? 11 people on board. You don't know this story?
Yes, I do know. I just didn't know what that was.
Okay. And they were smuggling drugs, narcotics. And Donald Trump says, we will have none of that coming into this country. Boom. Oil slick.
Yeah, perfection. If you need a toothpick, it's out in the middle of the ocean.
So now you've got people, you can remove that. Now you've got people that are complaining that he killed 11 people. But you got to look back and remember that what did he name them? Not a security threat.
But they're a terrorist organization.
Terrorist organization, yes. Trinidad Iraq. So that allows us to military intervention to stop them from infiltrating our country. So what do you think? Should Donald Trump have sent Coast Guard out there and risked a firefight with our Coast Guard or our troops?
My opinion is blast away.
Drop the bomb.
As Danny DeVito says when he was on that show, Sunny in Philadelphia, he's like, so I just started blasting. And I'm like, it wasn't like you weren't warned. It's not like he didn't tell you. It wasn't like you were unaware that this was going to take place. Like you knew this is a possibility.
It's not like they send these boats once every 6 months. So you're back in their home country. You're the next boat to leave.
Yeah, you're like suddenly like, oh, I got food poisoning. I can't make the trip. My wife called and she is not happy about this. Like I can't. Out. I'll go the next one. You know, but I think Marco Rubio said that they're just like any other business. Like you plan in your losses. Some things are not going to make it to the destination they're supposed to go to, whether it be your restaurant and you overcook a steak, you take that loss. Whether you are a Walmart and you lose product to the shoplifting, like you work that number into your system, knowing we have this much product, we're going to lose this much product to whatever the case may be. And so they move on. I don't think in their numbers, they worked in falls overboard, ship gets blown to smithereens. I don't think that was in their whole process at the beginning.
No, they weren't expecting that.
And I think that for me, like I applaud it. And I think it's about time that somebody took a stand. And I am not one of them that is upset by it. I'm upset by the fact that it got to this point because it started in the 80s. Just say no. The war on drugs has only created more drugs because there really wasn't a war on it. It was basically like, just come on in.
But wait a minute. If that was 100% pure cocaine they were traveling, I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, bring
it was pure.
But it's not anymore. Now you've got this fentanyl shit, and it is really destroying people, and it can kill you.
And there's a new,
I heard this. I know what you're talking about.
It's a new strain, or whatever you want to call it. There's a new drug out that they say Narcan. It's like can't do anything about it. So if you take it, you're going to die. And they're putting that drug into these drugs they're shipping to us, and people are taking it. And I think that is 100%. You're trying to kill American people, and that is to me is an act of war.
Is that xylazine
or something like that? I can't remember what they called it, but it's basically there's not anything that can fight it as of yet. So, like, you're trying to kill people, and you're shipping it to our country. Yeah, so. Yeah. That's an act of war. Like you're going to die. So good for him. I thought it was awesome.
If we regulated drugs properly, if we regulated drugs like marijuana, cocaine, even heroin, then you could absolutely crush people that are manufacturing these fake oxys and these fake this, and you can really do damage there. But you want to cut everything out. You want to control everything. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad.
I'm really torn about that because I know, like, in Portland, I don't know if it was a whole state or just Portland, but they decriminalized drugs a couple of years ago, and it went way bad. And they just
decriminalizing drugs is far different from me smoking a joint or me taking a needle and shoving something into my veins. I think there's a line there. I think you can. Alcohol's regulated. You can't. What was the alcohol? Pure grain.
Yes, it's still out there. 151.
Is it still out there?
Yeah, it's still there. 151.
That is far different from drinking a glass of wine.
Yes, it is.
So if you regulate it, I think that allows it to change things a little bit.
Oh, I agree. And I also think like marijuana is drastically different than heroin, which is drastically different from alcohol. But there was a new study that just came out recently where they're discussing alcohol, and they're saying that, especially for women, 2 drinks a week increases your chance of breast cancer dramatically. Just 2. And they're talking about how much better like marijuana is compared to alcohol. But you have 10 bars on every block in most cities. And it's completely like, come on in, have a drink. But if you smoke a doobie, you're going to jail or whatever.
Yep.
Like, I totally don't understand the process.
Okay. Let's roll on to your third topic.
Okay. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has just signed on with Fox to produce and star in a new true crime series. I believe it's only 6 episodes right now. But
is that on the Fox Nation app?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was released this morning. It's from his G Unit production company. The infamous rapper who was hit with a few shells and now he walks with a limp is now going to be on Fox News. I'm like, you can't really go full circle here. Like, this is the land of the free and the home of the brave and the opportunity place of the world. Like, where can a rapper, drug dealer who was shot several times, spent time in prison, now on Fox News producing his own show? Like, I think that's pretty freaking amazing.
That's pretty crazy.
I do like some of his songs. I'm not a rap person, but it's supposed to start very soon. I think it's only going to be initially 6 episodes, but 50 Cent has joined the Fox Nation. So I think that's pretty cool. You have something for me to pull up?
Maybe.
As you all can tell, this is our first show, but we've talked about this for a year and a half, and we finally decided we can't be any more prepared than you are right now. We don't know what we're going to come up on during the show, whether it be technical issues. We're not 100% sure how to do everything as of yet, but we basically got tired of waiting and
bring up the tab.
And we decided we're going to just start doing it right now. So that's how we launched it. There we go. There you go. Look at him in a suit. Look at him all pimped up. He looks good.
The real game begins. 50 Cent hosts the ultimate true crime series where clever detectives outsmart ruthless killers and justice comes with a twist. Okay. Might have to watch that. You want
to? I think this is these are all real true crimes. It's not like a TV show like Law and Order. It's
lucky for me. I got.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
And they got ideas. Each episode is its own special study in solving a murder. Buckle up. This one's arrived.
She would never just disappear. This doesn't happen here.
And as I passed by, I shot him.
This is a very calculating, evil person.
I'm Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and this is 50
right,
ways
so
to catch a
you
killer.
have given me something to
were you aware of that?
To pay attention to. No, I hadn't heard that. Hadn't heard
that. I got him.
You got me on one. All right, then let's go to my final topic. You ready?
I do know this.
You are okay. I was hoping you.
I didn't think this was going to be one of them, but it's hilarious. The video is even more hilarious.
Oh my God. Just ask management.
I can't hear it, so.
Okay. Well, the video is playing and the volume is on.
You can moderate as necessary.
So I think everybody's aware this is Chuck E. Cheese. And
Tallahassee, I figured you'd know about it.
yeah, it's north of me, but he's, this is not fake. This is not a hoax. This really happened.
Don't resist. Do not resist. No.
They're yelling to him right now. Do not resist. Do not resist. And when they walked in, they're like, "There he is. Get him." This is hilarious. He's arrested at work in his mascot outfit. It's pandemonium. Kids are running or screaming.
The kids are terrified. The kids
yeah.
are like, "Why are you locking Chucky? What's up?"
Chuck E. Cheese going to the Who Scout.
Do you know what he was arrested for?
Credit card theft.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now you wonder, was he getting those credit card numbers at Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like he was in his mascot uniform, and I wonder if he has to. He'll lose his last paycheck because of the uniform got taken away. But I know those mascot outfits; those are expensive. They're like $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah.
Like we used to pay that much for Andy, and then we would beat the crap out of it instead of taking care of it. We threw it in a bag and then threw it outside. We're like, we just paid $4,000 for that thing. We should probably put it in a nice box. But Chuck E. Cheese goes to the Who Scout.
That's good, huh?
Yeah.
You like that?
I didn't think that would be yours. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay. So my last one is again, I'm not even going to attempt to try to pull up the screen because I'm not sure how to do that just yet. But 450, I think now it's up to 470 illegal immigrants from South Korea were arrested in Georgia at a Hyundai plant where they were building a new facility that was 3,000 acres. I believe it was producing the new batteries for the electric vehicles. 450 illegal immigrants arrested from South Korea. So the what was it called here? Let me see how they said it. The South Korean Foreign Ministry stated, "Our company's economic activity and our people's rights should not be infringed upon unfairly in the U.S. for their legal enforcement processes." Are you kidding me? Like a few weeks ago, they committed $350 billion investment into this country with their manufacturing and stuff like that. And I think that they feel like because they did that, they can just send their people over here to work in the facilities, and we should not infringe upon their economic rights.
I think they should be able to come in on a work visa.
I think so too. You have people coming over here, do it the right way. Sign them up.
Bring up that tab.
Get their access, whatever. Do it the right way. Come over here. I don't know how long those work visas last for, but come on over. And then when you're done, go home.
Hundreds of the country's national immigration raid carried out by federal law enforcement. So they're going to invest $26 billion, but we're not going to let their illegals come in and work there
because they're illegals.
And that's exactly right.
And anything else. Wait. I'm going to put this down now.
Okay.
But in my previous life, I was blessed with the opportunity to travel internationally several times. Been to Mexico, Italy, Jamaica, the Bahamas, Aruba, all these other places, Dominican Republic. These places you go into, when you go into their country, they don't play.
Nope.
There are people in the airport military police with machine guns. You go through the processes, you go through customs. They make sure that you are coming in that country the right way. And I was going to these countries the right way, passport, driver's license, all my stuff in
Proper
order.
documentation. Yeah.
And was still nervous that they're going to find a reason to detain me or not let me in. And leaving is actually equally as hard. Once you're there, you can't just willingly walk out. So I don't understand why a big giant part of the left side, plus all these other countries, even the Pope said something that we're infringing on people's rights. We shouldn't be deporting people. I'm like, you are breaking the law. Go to any other country. Like, you might get shot, but you're definitely getting locked up.
Yep.
In any other country. And for example, in Mexico, like, we're considered wealthy because they make $8-9 a day. So we go there, they think we're rich. They don't care about that. You try to come there illegally, like, be prepared for a fight because you're probably going to jail. You could die, or try to sneak into Russia. See what happens. Why is it okay for us just to open a door and be like, come on in, everybody?
Well, it's not okay.
I don't-
And there's laws and rules that regulate that. And it's one side now doesn't want us to enforce those laws. The other side wants to enforce those laws to the letter of the law. And nobody can find a middle ground anymore. So it's one of these, it's this or it's that. And if you're on this side of the fence, then you have to support all the stuff from this side of the fence. If you're on the other side of the fence, you got. I'm still a registered Democrat, but I'm pro-Trump. I still believe in freedoms. I still believe in. I don't want to go into the specifics, but I'm very, very liberal. Very liberal, but there's a line, and that line has not just become skewed any longer. That line has disappeared. It's all or nothing with the radical liberals now. So I still haven't changed my party affiliation because I don't think I'll be voting for a Republican after Trump, but the Democrats aren't showing me anybody to vote for on that side. So if not, I'm going to have to go Republican again. That's
I
my
think
option.
right now. I know it's still 3.5 years away, but I think your options are JD Vance. I don't think you have like, if you look now, they're playing drums and singing Kumbaya, and that's all they have. And they say we're the party of inclusion. We want to bring it together, but
they're the party of inclusion until you speak your truth, and then they kick you out, like Robert Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard. You can't speak your truth. You have to fall in line.
Yep. And
if you don't fall in line,
as long as you agree, we'll take you.
And I find it funny and ironic how anytime a Republican says something where they disagree with Trump, it's major news. But that's what it's supposed to be. And Trump's not really a hardcore Republican. He's just not. But it's like, oh my God, these two senators don't agree with Trump. That's kind of how it should be. That's why you get in and discuss, but you can't discuss with the other 46.
Yeah, but they're like,
Democrats.
Oh, they don't agree with Trump, so now they're Democrats. They're like, no, we just don't agree. Like,
exactly. We just see this a little differently. Okay, let's wrap this up.
Yep. I think that's as far as I want to go with my topics. I have a few more. I do want to say this, that the Powerball lottery is at $1.7 billion. $1.7 billion. And
I'll take the cash option. Thank you.
The cash option, I wrote this down, would be $485.3 million. 485 million. It's 1.7 billion.
Over 30 years, dude. We ain't got
over
that
30
much
years. It is it starts off at 27.3 million and it goes up 5% each year for 29 years. Now, that's a huge sum. if you could pass that along to somebody, I think I would choose that option. If it goes,
I would say you can't. The rules probably say you can't.
If it's not, I would take the cash option. But I'm like, you're going to take $1.3 billion in taxes? 1.3 billion of the 1.7, like that's crazy. That's absurd. But I could do a lot of stuff with $400 million. And I can only imagine how many dogs my wife would have. I don't even know how to count.
I'm taking the 400 million. That there's no, I'm
Yeah,
not,
so
no.
that was my other thing I want to discuss. But as a wrap up, I want to say that we are just starting off in this. This is number one. We will strive to get better. We'll streamline it more. We'll be more prepared technically. We're just learning.
We'll try to bring it in within 30 minutes. We've gone to 35, 36 minutes right now. We'll try to leave it within 30 minutes. We know you don't have all kinds of time to sit and listen to us talk a bunch of crap, but.
And we'll discuss, should we do one topic each? When we have guests on the show, it will obviously be about them. And we will focus on that particular topic at the day. But we're still going to try to work on this about, is it one topic, three topics, whatever it can be. We just want to make sure that it's entertaining, that it's informational, that it's something we believe in. We're going to add a few things in. We want to take some things out. We just want to make sure it's right and that you still have a reason to watch and listen and share it with your friends and subscribe. We just want to say we appreciate you being here. We're grateful that you joined us, and let us know what you think, what you want to talk about. And we hope to see you very soon and very often. Rookies, anything you want to close out with?
Nope. Appreciate the time, the opportunity, and leave any comments at the bottom. Anything we should add? Should we remove rookies? Whatever. It's fine. But anything you think?
Yeah, and then if you want to be on the show, just let us know, and we will schedule you in at an appropriate time. And we would love to have you and anybody that's interested in being on here and has something to say that will, tweak our interests. We want to hear that too, and we'll take anybody. We'd love to have you. So thank you very much, and we'll see you very soon.
Peace out.
Later.